Hello everyone, my name is Capp and welcome back to the channel, another 7 Days to Die Alpha 19 video. Now this is a test that was asked to do in Alpha 18 and I never really got around to it, and it's been asked to do again in Alpha 19, so here we are. And as you can tell by the video title here, what we're testing is fuel efficiency for the vehicles. Which one is the best? Obviously they all have different size tanks, they travel at different speeds, and so it's going to be a little bit difficult to figure out just which one is the most fuel efficient based on how far it's going to go with a full tank. So what I did was, I got all four vehicles, brand new, put them right here at the exact same point in the starting line, and then I gave all of them 100 liters of gas. So you can see for the mini bike, that gave it 10% of a tank. For the motorcycle, that took it up to 3%. For the 4x4, that was at 1% because it's got a huge tank. And for the Gyrocopter, that put it at 5%. So you can see they all hold different amounts of gas, they all travel at different speeds. So I decided why I was going to do the exact same amount of gas on all of them is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in each vehicle and I'm going to just drive it down the road without using shift, without using any kind of turbo, just straight driving each of the vehicles and to see how far they go when they run out of gas. And then I'm going to redo it with the vehicles while holding shift, while holding the little turbo boost to make it go a little bit faster to see how much difference there is between a regular measurement and one traveling at full speed. And that way we can see which one is the most efficient. Now obviously with the Gyrocopter I'm not going to drive it because that's not how you do this, but what I'm going to try my best to do is I'm going to try and get airborne on this, and I'm going to stay right above the road, right out over the tree line so I don't crash it, hopefully, fingers crossed, and to see when it runs out of gas where I make it down the same road. So first thing we're going to start off with is the mini bike. You can see we're at 9% gas and off we go. I'm going to avoid everything that I can. I have zombies paused right now so I don't have to worry about getting hit. That way there's no delineation in my test results other than just when I run out of gas. So we'll pick back up here in just a minute once I'm on empty. Alright, so we have run this completely out of gas. It died while we were going up this hill right down the road from the bear den here. So what I'm going to try to do, if I can, is I'm going to leave each vehicle where it's at when it runs out of gas and just give myself a brand new one. That way there's no deviation between the results based just on maybe durability of the vehicle. Each one is completely regular. Just in case it does any kind of despawning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a waypoint here and name it. That way I know exactly which one it is and we can compare on the map a little bit later on. So do mini bike, no turbo. We'll just do no T. There we go. So we know exactly where we were on the map when we were looking at the results here in just a little bit, exactly where the mini bike ran out of gas right there. So now what we get to do is we get to try the other four vehicles, and then we're going to try them with turbo and see which one can make it the furthest. So next up, what we're going to do is get on the motorcycle and let's just get to rolling. Alright, and we've run this one dry. We didn't make it near as far as we did with the mini bike. Obviously, it doesn't hold as much gas, and this one probably is a big chugger when it comes to actual gas mileage. Let's see where we are on the map real quick. Let's see. Alright, so the mini bike made it way over there. We made it about half the same distance with the same amount of gas. Now, I do know the concept of if I filled them all up to having the same percentage, where they all made it to like 10% of their tank, but then you're not getting a true estimate because, well, you're just not getting a true estimate because one holds more gas than the other. So we'll do, let's see, motor, cycle, no T. Okay, we'll just leave it as no. We'll be able to know what that one is here. Alright, so we had the motorcycle and the mini bike tested. Mini bike is in the lead so far. We'll head back to the Casa real quick, and we're going to go ahead and get inside the 4x4 here, the Jeep, and see how well this one does. So let's just get to it. Alright, that one didn't make it very far at all, actually, here. Okay, let's get out of the vehicle so it stops rolling and see where we are on the map here. Alright, so we have made it about another half here. We're about a fourth of the way we did with the mini bike. Motorcycle stopped about right here. The truck did not make it very far at all. Granted, giving it 100 liters of gas, put it only at, what, 1% of a tank? I can't even remember, 1%, 3%? So if it wasn't for the hill, we might have even stopped a little bit further back there. But go ahead and get this one marked on the map so we can see where this one's at here. Truck, no turbo. Alright, so next thing we need to do is we need to try this out with the Gyrocopter. We're going to see how well we can possibly fly with this and make sure we don't freaking die. So wish us luck here. Alright, so this thing is on empty and we're slowly descending here. Now, of course, you can coast a little bit further in the air with a gyrocopter when you completely run out because you've got a little bit of angular momentum in the air. Let's see if we don't explode when we hit the ground. Well, we did take some damage, but that's okay. See if I can scooch it over here a little bit out of the way so the future vehicles don't run into it. Now, we did make it a little bit further than the other ones. Let's check it out real quick. Alright, so we had the truck over here. Motorcycle is right here. Gyrocopter ran out right about above this bridge here. So it made it a little bit, I was able to coast a little bit further after it made it on empty, but it actually ran out of gas right about over here. So not as far as the motorcycle, but further than the truck. So what we'll do, let's go ahead and, there we go. Gyro, no T, right there. Alright, so now what I need to do is I'm going to get all of them set back up here again, same amount of gas, brand new vehicles, and then we're going to try using just max turbo and see which one gets a little bit better. So let's get this reset real quick. Alright, all the vehicles are reset back over here, same amount of gas as before, 100 liters in each one of them, kind of show you there. See, we still got 10% on the mini bike on this one, just to make sure we have all the values right. 3% gas on the motorcycle, I believe this one's at 1%, yep. And the gyrocopter is a little bit more than that at 5%. Alright, so you can see they're all reset, all brand new vehicles, so the durability is set back at 100%. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the mini bike. We're going full turbo, holding shift the entire way, and see how far we can make it on the same amount of gas. Alright, we're running the mini bike at max speed with turbo the entire time. We made it as far as we did with the motorcycle with using no turbo. So we can see where we are here. Right here, we made it about half as far. So turbo usage on the mini bike alone was enough to use it, you know, make it get half as much as originally did here. All right, so we can do mini B with T. All right, so not that we're going to have a real hard time figuring this out. Of course, we got all these shown up on here, but I can kind of hide and show some of these as needed. All right, well, the mini bike running at full turbo did not do that good. All right, and now we're going to be running with the motorcycle and doing the exact same thing. Full turbo, here we go. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so the motorcycle running at full turbo made it as far as the truck did without any turbo at all. So we're seeing a little bit of a pattern here. That's pretty interesting. I didn't really expect it to be that way. So far, that seems to be the pattern, but we'll just obviously keep going and see how well it works out. Let's see, motorcycle T. That way we know this is where this one left off here. Alright, so let's get back over here. And let's try it again with the truck. I'm going to guess this ain't even going to make it past that first tree before we run out of gas, but we're going to test it anyway. So, let's go. And that's as far as we made it right here. We're going to go ahead and park, see if I can get you on the side of the hill here. Just inch it forward just another spot or two. And there you go. I'm going to run it. I'm just going to let it roll backwards down the hill. It made it to about right here. Starting line is right over that side. We did not make it very far at all. All right, but we will go ahead and mark this one. You can see we made it about half the distance that we did with the truck the first time when it had a regular amount of gas in it with no turbo. All right, so all we have left to test now is the gyrocopter. We'll get it airborne, stay along the road, hopefully. Let's see, get over the plate here. Get airborne and full turbo. Let's see how far we can make it with this thing now. Alright, well, we didn't make it too much further. I think that bridge down there is where the last one pooped out here, so running at full turbo, we're going to let this one coast a little bit. It's going to start heading back down as soon as the blade stops spinning here, and yeah, we're pretty much just going to coast a little bit here. Nice, okay. Get a little bit of angle momentum here. Let's see if we can level it off. And a nice, gentle, soft landing. So you do have a little bit of glide distance here once you do run out of gas on that. But, like I see, there's the truck and the motorcycle, and the gyrocopter, I think, is on the other side of the hill here. Let's see where we are. So we made it a little bit further than halfway with the gyrocopter going full tilt here. Let's get our waypoint here real quick. Alright, so now what we get to do is look at the test results here. We can kind of see from the video of what exactly happened here. The mini bike using no turbo with the same amount of gas is way more fuel efficient than every other vehicle, almost combined. But of course, once you turn on the turbo, it really only goes about half the distance it would without it. Second up, if you're not using any kind of turbo whatsoever, is the motorcycle, and then the gyro, and then the truck. The truck is the least fuel efficient vehicle in the whole game if you're not using turbo. Now, if you are using turbo, the truck is still the least efficient one in the game here. It barely made it down the hill before it ran out of gas, followed up by the motorcycle, then the gyrocopter, and then the mini bike, of course. So it's the same scale. It goes mini bike, motorcycle, gyro, jeep, whether you're using turbo or not. And there you have it, folks. The most efficient vehicle in the entire game is the mini bike. Doesn't hold as much gas, doesn't hold as much inventory space there, but it can make it the farthest with the same amount of gas as all the rest of them there. So at least it's nice to have. The truck is the most efficient when it comes to inventory space, but it creeps along and just burns gas. It just guzzles it right along there. So I guess you get to determine which one you want the most, storage space or how far you get to travel. Anyway, hopefully this video was useful in some form or fashion. Like I said, I've had a lot of people asking me to test it, so I thought, hey, it's time to get this one tested and out of the way. If you have any questions or comments, of course, you know where to leave those down there in the comment section down below. Other test suggestions and mechanics in the games you'd like me to try, go there as well. If you found the video useful, do me a favor and leave a like on it. And of course, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and click the little bell so you get notified when new videos go live. Thank you guys so much for all your time and support. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.